the Soul's Conquest. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth season of the Soul's Conquest in conversation with Ovi from the MPM team. I am so excited to have you here. So thankful that you decided to spend this evening/afternoon, because it's evening here in India and afternoon where you are. So glad that you decided to spend this time with me. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really good. For anyone who doesn't know this, we had like a nice 15-minute chat before this interview started, but might as well
Yes,
say
of
hi
course.
once again, because nothing is bad about that, right?
Obviously. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's really hard to catch me. I'm super busy recently with meetings and everything, so I'm sorry for that. I know I'm late already, so how
Been
it is.
there, no worries. I hear you, man.
Uh,
Been there.
yeah, it is like that. I had really long meeting with
Yeah.
potential business partner and everything, so everything's getting crazy. But okay, how are you? Hi, I'm
Hi.
so happy to be here. Finally, we've been talking
Yay.
about I was talking to you about joining here for
Yeah.
I don't know, 4 months already or something like
Almost,
that,
yeah,
or
almost,
even
because
more.
we wanted to do it in the second season actually, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, we wanted to get you on in the second season, but then something happened, and then I reached the 15 episode mark, and I was like, okay, I'll have him in the fourth season. The first guest interview is going to be Ovi, and you are, so hey.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so hey Ovi, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So hi, I'm Ovi. I'm a CEO and founder of MPMTeam. We are creating 3D and 2D animations. 3D animations for products, product advertisements, like products in general. Like Nike, like Pepsi, like stuff like that. Unfortunately, those are not my clients, but we are
Someday.
creating some one day soon maybe.
Yeah.
But we are creating stuff like that. Like we're creating very creative 3D animations, because we are focusing only on animation. That's what we want to do and what we are good on. And also we are creating 2D animations, like advertisements for corporate animations and SaaS animations. And those are mostly advertisements. And we are creating animations for events, for social media, for to advertise in TV and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Also, recently I got information that there will be a lot of big possibilities to create something for VR and AR. So
Wow.
I'm really excited to share something like that. But this is those are only smart conversations with my potential
Yeah.
business partners and everything. But we will see how it goes. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we are creating. That's what we are doing. We've been in I've been in industry since 2012 already, so it's nine years, almost 10 years.
Damn.
The NPM team has been created and founded in 2015. And yeah, we are working, we are grinding. We are working with clients globally. I don't I don't like saying that, oh yeah, 90% of my clients are from abroad, or 90% of my clients are from States, because it doesn't work for me, because in my opinion, everyone can get the clients from States, everyone can get
Yeah.
clients from India, everyone can get clients from South Africa, wherever you live and wherever you are creating something, you can do this remotely, and you can do whatever you want. So yeah, that's what we are doing. That's about me.
Yeah, that is really good. And for all of you guys, check him out. I'll be sharing his Instagram link of his company in the chats, in the description below. Definitely check it out, because I love all of the work that their team is putting out. It's really good, and I love the vibe of the team. Like, just I think last week or something, you guys went out for laser tagging, and I was like, I wish I was
Yeah.
there with Ovi, or I wish I was in his team so that I could go and play laser tag as well. But definitely love the vibe of their team. So definitely check it out. Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. So now I want to kind of ask you, what do you create? Like, can you share your craft? And you can talk about this from your creative aspect as well as your entrepreneurial aspect, because you are both of them. So go for it. The stage is yours. Go crazy.
Okay. Okay. So what we are creating, like we are creating 3D animations. Like I already told you that, but like you can see different types of 3D animations. Like the 3D animations are, or and 2D animations, of course, are always different. There are like a lot of different styles, a lot of different things that you are using those animations and everything. What we are creating and what we are providing to our clients right now, it is mostly 3D animations of products. So when you have like a startup, or you have some type of product that you wanna like you want to build the awareness of this product, or you want to like create like really nice advertisement which will be, you want to celebrate your product or something like that. That's the stuff that we are creating. But also like when we are working with smaller startups and everything, and we are trying to help them, we are helping them with campaigns. We are helping them with like how to promote their product, what should be the best for their sales, how to rise their sales with our like help. Because like I know that 3D animation or animation in general on social media, or like wherever you want to like promote it, sometimes it can sound so stupid, because like, oh yeah, this is just animation, like why it is that, why the animation will help me. And I'm always telling them like, listen, if the animation is prepared right for your target, and if the any like animated content which we are creating is like prepared like specifically for your target, you're gonna like rise your sales. You're gonna like sell your products and help your clients, and we will help you with helping your clients and everything like that.
Yeah.
So that's what we are creating. And like from the creative side, because like I'm trying not to be on a like on a production side anymore. Like I'm trying, but like, you know, I'm the most experienced. I'm the most experienced in my company, so like I'm trying to like, you know, include some of my comments and everything here or there. uh, but like from creative side, yeah, that's what I just said, that like we are trying to make the vibe, to make it like look good for the target. And like we are trying to create something really nice, and always the quality. Like our focus in like my company, it is to create the stuff in like the highest quality possible. Like even like we have been working with some startups which they didn't have enough money, but they gave us like, you know, enough opportunity, and they gave us like enough creativity and flexibility with everything what we've been creating for them. We were like, okay, it will cost us more to create this in a higher quality, but let's make it look good. Like I
Yeah.
know the budget is really low or stuff like that, but like we need to show like we are always providing high quality content, and we are showing the stuff and creating the stuff that is really good, that it's the value of my company. I was like, listen, we don't want to give the client really bad quality content. Like the most important stuff is to create good quality content. And you know, even if sometimes the budget is too low, we want to like create as good as possible, just to like never give shit to the client, to the
Yeah.
and we just want them to feel appreciated, that like, okay, you created something awesome, we will come back to you.
Yeah.
So that's what we are creating. But like from the business side, I've noticed the fact that like since we've been working and we've been creating like content for like bigger clients from other countries and everything, we've noticed that like some startups like grow thanks to our advertisement. We've noticed that some startups like couldn't stop selling. Like we overflowed their websites and everything,
Yeah.
because like we started with, thanks to our animation and thanks to the help which we provided to them with the campaigns and stuff like that, we've noticed that like they had like crazy few months because of us.
Yay.
So from the business side, that's what we want. Like we want to help our clients, and we want to make money also, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we have our values and everything. The most important for us is to like, you know, the process is like very important to us. We always want to over deliver. Like the like when we have values in our like company, and like I've written them down, one of the values is we always over deliver. It doesn't matter what is that. It can be like little thing for us, like, you know, let's say
Yeah.
we have a 3D animation of like some product, and the client says, oh, like, listen, we would love to have this in transparent background. How much do we have to pay? And I was always like, okay, like listen, like I just want to be on a good terms with you and everything. You can get this event for free, even though they should pay me like, let's say for this one frame, they should pay me like I don't know, $250, $300. I was always like listen, I just want to help you. I just want you to grow, and if you will be growing, I will be growing with you.
Yeah.
So like that's the like a business side. Yeah, that's how it
awesome.
looks. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. Like right now, like from the business side, I'm like focusing on the business mostly because like my team is working on everything. Like right now, I have probably millions of Slack notifications on my phone.
Whoa.
That something is going on because like I'm going for meetings. I'm talking to the clients. I'm like, finding some new leads, some new clients, some new referrals and stuff like that. I'm trying to like, make a good conversation with people. And yeah, that's how it works in my company. Yeah.
Yo, that's so awesome. I have to tell you, I love the mission. I love the line that you said, like if you grow, we grow. That is such a good line. And that is such an amazing thing to have as an awareness that when you help your clients grow, you're automatically growing. Like, you don't need,
Exactly.
yeah, it is what it is,
So
basically. But
so yeah. So what I can tell you, like the nice thing, because like I value over delivering. Like I know that some over delivering is too much, and it's like I'm like, okay, like this is too much. You have
yeah.
to pay for that. Like I totally get it. I totally understand the value-based pricing and everything for the clients. But I can like I can brag about something
Yeah.
that like we've never like lost client. Like after working with client X, the client always came back to us. Like there
Yes.
has never been a situation that client have never came back to us because I was always like, we will over deliver. Client will feel like they are like comfortable, that they are like, talking to some friends who are like always helping them. So yeah, like I've never lost a client. The client always like came back to us after all. So that's how the business side work for us.
Yay. That is so awesome. Now, what I want to ask you before I ask you the next question, I genuinely want to celebrate you because that is so awesome that that's so hard to do for a lot of companies, right? Like it's not something that starts off right from the basic thing, from the basic contract that as soon as you're done working with us, you're going to come back and work with us all over again. That's not something that's mentioned in the contract, but to be able to provide that kind of service that they come back to you, that's awesome. So I genuinely want to celebrate you right now because that is, again, that is so awesome.
Like sometimes it causes a lot of stress, like when you are over delivering for your
Yeah.
clients and everything. Like it causes a lot of stress because like you want them to feel happy, but yet like you are like business and like
Yeah.
you have to make money, your people have to make money and everything. But like I'm always like listen guys, like I know how it is, and I know that we can do more with them after all when they will feel appreciated and that they will feel like comfortable with everything what they are doing with us.
Yeah. But you are also, again, then in one way aware of where to draw the boundary or where to draw the line when it comes to over delivering, as
Exactly.
in how much is too much kind of thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know how it is.
Yeah.
I know where is the what is my border that they
Yeah.
cannot cross.
Yeah. Yo, that's amazing. So my next question for you is this. Can you share how you started being a creative and when did you transition from being a creative to being an entrepreneur and the founder of MPM? I want to know your journey. Like, go crazy. Tell me right from the beginning, like you were a little kid and you started drawing or something along those lines. Tell it to me.
Okay. Okay. So I was telling the story today already on this
Yay.
meeting.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like I'm telling the story very often, and I'm like, because like when people meet me, they are like super like I don't know, psyched and crazy about the fact that how old I am.
Yeah.
This is secret, but like some people know.
Yeah.
When I was younger, like you had those stores that like you were able to rent the movies and everything. And
Mm.
I don't know why, for some reason, I was a big fan of Harry Potter,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, that's so cool, but like I want to do this like by myself. Like I was like, I don't know, 10 years old, 11 years old or something like that. I want to do this by myself. I want to know how to do this, how they are doing this, because like, this is fantasy. I know
Yeah.
that I cannot do this right now, but I want to learn how they did this. So when you were like renting the box with the CD,
Mm.
no, sorry, this is DVD, with the
Yeah.
DVD,
Yeah.
like when I was really 10, like I was under the corner and everything.
Mm.
uh I was telling to this guy who was renting us this. I was like, can I get the second DVD for the behind the scenes and everything, because I want to see how they did this. And I remember the fact that my mom was always with me, and she was like, okay, let's take it, he's so excited, he's always so excited about this.
Yeah.
And I remember faking, like when we got the DVD and everything. I remember when I was young and I was faking the fact that like I'm sick and I
Yeah.
cannot go to school to just watch DVDs like that. Like I was spending like 8 hours a day to just watch the behind the scenes of like Harry Potter production and everything.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. I was super happy and everything. I was like, wow, this was a green screen. Oh, how did they do this? Oh, how they did move something like that?
Yeah.
So I was that was like a first thing, because like at the beginning I thought that I'm going to be creating visual effects and CGI and stuff like that.
Mm.
But I will tell you later why I didn't do this.
Mm.
So yeah, I started like learning some stuff. I found out that like I can learn the stuff in After Effects.
Mm.
I like in 2012, 2011 or something like that. Yeah, 2011. I downloaded my first After Effects and I started learning. Then I went to a new school and I met new friends and everything. And I was like, let's do this. Like, let's like record some videos. And we were like recording with our like stupid cameras and everything. Like those were times when like first smartphones were like
Yeah.
available here and stuff like that. So I was like, let's go, guys. Let's shoot this, and I will edit this, and like we'll create some videos and stuff like that. And I was creating the videos and everything. We were like, we were having fun. And in 2013, I think 2013, 14, something like that. I've learned that my uncle worked. Yeah, he worked because he doesn't work anymore. He worked in ITI TVN. This is like the biggest national television here.
Mm.
And I got the job. Like he was like, "Oh, listen, like you are like young and stupid. Come on here. You will work here for 3 months for free. But
Yeah.
like you will be in capital city. But you're gonna like be here, help me and everything." And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I have nothing to do
Yeah.
this summer. Let's do this. So for 3 months, I've been working as a. Oh, sorry, I was working as a video editor assistant, and motion graphic designer for the biggest national TV. And I was like, ooh, that's awesome. I can
Yeah.
do this as a
Yeah.
job. I can have fun doing this because like I love this shit. Like I
Yeah.
love doing this stuff. I love creating animations. I love creating stuff. I love like, I love like the moving, the animation, the process and everything. And I was like, okay, cool. So I met a lot of other people there. Then when I came back to my city, I met a lot of other like filmmakers and people who are creating commercials and stuff like that. I got my first freelance freelance like advertisement or something like that to create. I was creating this for a week and I got like $300. I
Wow.
spent
Yeah.
sorry, no, I spent 2 weeks and I got $300, which is like nothing,
Yeah.
like comparing to this what's going on right now. But like $300 for straight as 2 weeks of working. Like I was in school from let's say 8 to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Right, And then I was coming back from school. I was like home at 4 p.m. and I was like from 4 p.m. to like 3 a.m. I was working on this.
Wow.
So like, you know, I had like a full-time job, but like I was working on my own. So imagine this doing this for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, and I was in like in a school where like I was in creative school, like
Yeah.
you know, like very artistic school. Like my major in the school was there was this fancy name of this digital graphic designer and polygraphy technician, something like that.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was in the school and everything, and I met a lot of artistic people. I met a lot of people. I met my employees, to be honest, like
Yeah.
people who I employ right now in the school and everything. And like we started creating some stuff. I got really recognized in school. Like my awareness in the school was like, you know, the highest. Like everyone knew me. Like even like teachers who were like saying hi to me on a like, you know, like in a corridor. I was like, oh, like hi, I know you. Like I've never met you, but like okay, you know me. That's nice. So yeah, I became like like for me it was a joke, but I wasn't aware of that back then. Right now I'm really aware of that. But I was like famous in my school. I was like really, really famous. Like everyone knew me. Everyone knew me. Everyone like was like, oh my god, he's such an asshole. Like no one like knew me like as a person, but they knew me because like I was creating a lot of stuff. I was like doing a lot of stuff with teachers. Even some teachers gave me some jobs, like animation jobs. One of my favorite illustration and graphic design teacher, he gave me he like brought me some client, to be honest. So yeah, I was working a lot, like because like I was such a big meme in school, because like I was a big meme not only because like everyone knew me. I was a big meme because like Ovi was sleeping everywhere. Everyone at school and everyone everywhere knew that I'm sleeping like in classes. Like I was sleeping in every class because like you know I was coming back from school. I was working working. Like I was creating the graphic designs and visual effects and like creating the videos. I was like working all this time, and this work mostly was like for free or just for fun. But like I knew I was working. I was developing my skills and everything. Something that my friends couldn't do, and everyone was laughing at me. And I know that like in some Facebook groups or something like that of my school or some private like messenger groups and stuff like that, like there are some memes with me sleeping. Like some of my teachers have like pictures of me sleeping in their class. But like I had a really great teachers and everything at school, so they were like making fun of me and everything. So it was so fun. But yeah, I was like, you know, working my ass off. Like I was really, really working my ass off. Like when I was going back from school, I was going to sleep. Like, you know, you have to wake up at 6 a.m. to go to school and be at school at 8 a.m., right? So I was like finishing my job, my job. I was finishing my job at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. So I had like a 2-3 hours of sleeping sometimes. So yeah, I was like constantly tired, and everything was crazy. So yeah, in 2015, I was like, okay, let's do something with that. Maybe let's monetize it, or maybe let's just have fun. And in 2014, 15, me and Paulina, my best friend forever, and right now my project manager, like the best person in the world that like you can imagine to work with. Paulina, like I knew that Paulina has great writing skills and creative skills, and I don't have them. I have just like visual skills, you know. And I was like, Paulina, let's do something like that. Like let's create visual effects YouTube channel. And we're gonna be like famous. We're gonna do some shit. Like we're gonna like work, and we're gonna create amazing videos, and they will invite us for like YouTuber convents and events and everything. I was wrong. But like yeah, we were having fun. We've created like 5 videos or something like that. I put a lot of money inside in those videos and a lot of my time. I've learned a lot. I'm telling you, I've learned a lot during this time. But yeah, and then the idea died. Because like I was like, listen, I don't have time. I'm alone here. The post production is really hard. So let's do something different. And like we had this like break with Paulina and I. Like we didn't work on anything like that. We were like, oh my god, like okay, let's go with this. Like we have a life. Like we are young and stupid, so let's just have fun. And suddenly, I got this job from my first like international client from Germany. And I was like, my cousin who is working there, who is still working there, he like reached out to me. Hey, listen, like, do you have, did you set up your own LLC already? Do you have your own company? And I was like, no, I don't. But like, my parents are entrepreneurs, so they have their own company, so I can do this through their company and everything. And he was like, okay, I will pitch you and the idea for the videos and everything to my boss, and like we will see what will happen. And I was like, okay, but like, what's your budget and everything? He was like, a lot of money. I cannot say the amount because like this is kind of like low and a little bit pathetic right now. I'm not saying that this is to my cousin. I'm not saying that my cousin did something wrong. I didn't know my worth back then, but like I will come back to this later. So yeah, I was creating this and I hired Paulina with me. I was like, Paulina, listen, we have to do this together because like you are amazing, like storyline and storyline artist. Like you are thinking like very creatively, like you know how to bring the bring the message and create something amazing and everything. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And we created our first like big, like it was like big project. Like it was two months of working. I was like, okay, let's do this. This is crazy. That's awesome. Let's make it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the client was happy. Everyone was happy and stuff like that. Like we finished this. And to be honest, like back then I've learned a lot. Like I've learned a lot in like working in TV, like about my speed of working. But like after this project, my speed of working was much higher. Like I'm working really fast. That's why my rates and my prices after a few years were really high. But yeah, I've learned a lot back then. And year later, we also had the same opportunity with the same client because like they were creating like some first virtual events in some industry 4.0 or something like that, and we were creating the first animations for them and the videos. And always I was working with Paulina, and you don't know how happy I was that like I had someone like that with me when I was working with her. And yeah, like without Paulina, I think I couldn't do this. I'm so happy and I'm so proud of her that like right now, after those years, like when I finished school and everything, Paulina and I, like we are still working, we are still best friends and everything. She is like great project manager in my company right now and storyline artist. And she's helping me a lot, like with handling my employees, my clients and everything. But yeah, so yeah, I finished school and I finished everything. I set up my LLC and my company to be like 100% legal and without any like problems like complications and stuff like that. I set up my company. I started hiring people. I started like working with some project, and suddenly some weird stuff happened, and we didn't have any clients, and like some of our clients like let's say died. Like we lost our clients and everything. And we started like focusing on creating advertisements for products and 3D advertisements because like I knew that I love that I love the 3D and I know how to like I don't know the software. I don't know how to use the Blender Cinema 4D or something like that. I don't know how to use it anymore. But like I know how to think, and the way of thinking and way of like seeing some stuff is like much different, and like it is really helpful. But like the software is the one thing, and like way of thinking is another thing. So yeah, I set up my employees and everything. We started working on some 3D stuff, and yeah, it's been going on and going on. We've been working with like when I'm talking to my business partners, like who I meet right now, who I meet or who I met recently, I'm always like listen guys, like I'm not working here. I have 99% 99% of clients in States or UK or South Africa. I had some clients in India. I have only one client from here. And they were like, okay, like how is that even possible? Yeah, you are so young and you have like you already started working with some big global companies. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe because I'm crazy, maybe.
We're all crazy
Yeah.
somewhere, so it's completely fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to be entrepreneur and if you want to be creating something and creative entrepreneur in general,
Yeah.
you have to be crazy and you have to have balls to do some
Yeah.
stuff. I was talking to my business partner like I don't know a few hours ago.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, when I set up my company with two co-founders, we
Hmm.
were like, yeah, one of them just got first child, one of them got the second child or something like that. So this is crazy. You have to be a little bit crazy to like set up your own business,
Yeah.
and you have to know your boundaries, but like you still have to help people and everything.
Yeah, for sure. So that is an amazing journey. And I have a couple of questions off of that. So the job that you had where you earned $300 for the 2 weeks that you worked crazily
Hmm.
as I want to ask you if you thought that that $300 was worth enough for the amount of hours that you put in and the amount of work that you put in at that point of time, not right now. So when you were doing it,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I know.
then yeah,
So this is so funny
yeah.
because back then this was like my friend of mine referred me to this other guy who I
Mm.
started creating the first animation. I didn't know what money I will get after all.
Yeah.
Like I was so excited. I was like, okay, let's do this. Like I'm down. Like let's make it. Like I don't know how much money I will get, but let's do this. Like we'll see.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Like I've been working like day by day, like a full-time job for
Yeah.
2 weeks. Like
Yeah.
this is 2 weeks, right? Like of really hard working and everything. And the prices of animations are like really high
Mm.
because like you have to have a great expertise and everything, and you have to understand the software design and a lot of different stuff, right? And we finished that. I was so happy because this was for a big European European thing. It's like a program for students to come to other countries in
Mm.
Europe, right? And like to study there for a year or for a month or something like that. When I was in school, like I went for a
Oh.
month to Italy. So yeah, so this is like an initiative created by I think this is created by Europe. But
Yeah.
yeah, I created this animation. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get like 450. Oh my god, 50, sorry, 4,500. I will get some or 5,000. Oh my god. And I was like, but like, I wasn't so sure about this because I didn't want to go crazy.
Mm.
And he asked me, how much do you want for that? I was like, I had this number in my head, and I asked him like, but how much can you pay me for this?
Mm.
And he said, oh yeah, like a 300, 400. And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Like if you are talking about those numbers, like I didn't have any confidence back then about my work and everything. Because like I felt that this is like a hobby, but like I know that this can be my job. But like,
Yeah.
do they like people get paid only that much money? What's wrong, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it went. But like after all, with this dude, I was working much more. I was working on much more projects, and I
Yeah.
got a lot of money
Yeah.
later, and I had like a lot of like different commissions and stuff like that. Or I was working on set with him because like I have a background in creating like videography and stuff like that. So I'm cool with that. I'm so happy. Like I know that Marcin probably is going to listen to that or watch this video. So hi Marcin. I'm really happy that like after all we've created a lot of good shit.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, this is crazy, and we are good friends right now. We've created like a lot of great videos,
Mm.
and I know that like he's successful creative. So yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it was.
So my follow-up question from that would be this. For any entrepreneur who's just watching this, any creative or entrepreneur who's just starting out and listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, if an opportunity like this arises for them, should they take it or should they not take it? Or what should be some of the things that they set right from the very beginning? Um,
Hmm.
like, how should they go about an opportunity like this?
Okay, so as I said, like if you want to be an entrepreneur and if you want to like create business and everything, you have to be crazy. this is crazy. Like, yeah, like you have to be crazy. You have to do this stuff to be crazy, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes like opportunities like that are like very promising because like I'm still getting clients who at the beginning pay us like a really amount of money, but after they are leaving like a lot of money because like they are paying us. Sometimes like people are paying you not a lot, or they are just checking you and everything. But like after all, they will be able to like leave more money for you. And
Yeah.
I think that like when you are when you are on your beginning, and when you are just like trying to create your own face, you have to do some stuff for free or for a really small amount of money. And I know that everyone is saying that, like, you can read this in books, you can read this, you can watch on some YouTube videos and podcasts and everything, but in my opinion, this is true. If you are not cocky, it
Yeah.
is true. If you are cocky and you know the worth already of your work, you will never create anything for free. But if you are not, like, do this. Like, if you don't feel comfortable with something, like, do this. Like, just create your portfolio, create something for really small amount of money. Like, take your shit take your shit and like do it, make something great. And if you create something great at the beginning for a small amount, you can sell it. Like, you can show it and even say that, oh, okay, I got this amount of money for this project. Or you can see we can create good stuff. You should pay me this amount of money, like this industry standard, right? So I think go for it.
Yeah. So my next question for you is this: what were some of the obstacles that you faced in your journey as a creator, or let's say as a creative entrepreneur?
Creative entrepreneur. Okay.
Mm.
I'm still facing a lot. Like, you will never stop like facing some obstacles.
Mm.
There will always be something. For example, right now the world is changing a lot, right?
Mm.
But my personal like obstacles was depression, for example. I had it like for 2 years. I had a depression. My boyfriend was there with me during this time when I got depression. I had anxiety. I was going um, to therapist. I was going to, sorry, I've been going to therapist. I've been going to some other psychiatrist and everything. I was taking pills and everything. That was like a first thing. That was like, because like, when you are creating business and you are really young, you are facing a lot of different stuff. Like, for example, you don't see a lot of people like your friends, I mean, right? You
Mm.
are not going for parties. Like, for example, like I'm getting invited for a lot of parties. I'm not going because like I'm focusing on my business. And like this caused a lot of anxiety because like I had like really bad thoughts about myself and everything. Even though I love my friends and everything, I would do everything for them. If something happened to them, I will like, drop everything and I will just like go help them. For example, I really had those situations. Like, for example, my friend had a car accident. I picked her up from there, even though I was in the middle of the project. But like when there's a party or something like that, like there's a Friday evening party or something like that, like I was not going. I'm not still going very often because like I don't have time for this. I want to like grow my business, and the obstacles like are like, meeting friends, meeting people, like you hearing no, like hearing no is the craziest shit ever when you are like starting business or you
Mm.
are talking to like prospect clients and everything,
Yeah.
because like you are hearing no because like you are, for example, too expensive, and you are just
Yeah.
like, how is that even possible that I'm too expensive? Because,
Mm.
for example, like back then, right now it's much different for me. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm just like going, okay, like
Yeah.
I'm not desperate.
Yeah.
Even though I can pretend that I'm not that desperate, sometimes I am really desperate. But like
Yeah.
with some clients, but really, like I'm like, okay, like I understand your point right now. But back then I was like, oh my god, I heard
Mm.
no. Let's have a
Yeah.
depression for a week.
Yeah.
Let's have a depression for a week, or let's have anxiety that like I will not get any clients anymore or something like that.
Mm.
Or like, hiring people, when you are hiring people, and like when you are like setting up your LLC and everything, like you have to hire the lawyer, you have to hire a accountant, you have to hire some people who will help you managing other people, because like you will not have enough time for anything,
Mm.
right? Like, giving your power, let's say power, like I don't want to sound like douche or something like
Mm.
that, but like giving up your power to other people, that like you will not be creating something, right? Because like as a creators, we want to like, we want to create this.
Yeah.
We want to do this. Like we want to do something on our own. We want to like,
Yeah.
this is our creative vision and everything.
Yeah.
But like learning the stuff, which I'm still learning that, because like I know that sometimes I'm too crazy. And for example, Paulina is like,
Yeah.
she is like, shut up. Like
Yeah.
that's my thing. Like I'm stopping this stuff and like giving up your power,
Mm.
your creativity to your employees or people who are working with you, right? Or
Mm.
who are working for you,
Mm.
like for you. Like I shouldn't say for you, because like I'm working to be honest for them, because
Yeah.
like without them I am no one, right? Like they
Yeah.
are my employees, but like I'm helping them and I want them to have like good vibes in the company. Also they like like I don't like the structures and everything. Like I am like, let's say, higher than them, and I'm giving them
Mm.
clients, I'm giving them like things to do, but like this is hard to like manage everything at the same time. Those are
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the most important obstacles which I faced recently, and I faced like a few years ago, right? Like paying paying taxes was a stupid thing. I was
Mm.
like listen, like I had to pay like 5,000 in taxes. What's wrong with me, right?
Yeah.
And my profit margin was really low, and I was like, "What's
Yeah.
going on? I'm losing money," and like just crazy stuff. And there were a lot of stuff that I was like, okay, like this is so hard. And I'm happy that like I know that like I'm in long distance relationship with my boyfriend.
Mm.
Like I'm living in Europe and he lives in California. Like I'm moving to States in 3 weeks.
Yay. Whoa, that's so big. Oh my gosh, Ovi. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, because like I'm doing business in States, right? Like I have to be there. I have to talk to my clients there,
Mm.
and people who have been working for me from there. So yeah, there were a lot of obstacles, but I'm thankful for people who are working with me, that they were like lowering down my anxiety, even though sometimes I had some expectations and they didn't
Mm.
do stuff. But like I'm still super thankful for them, and I'm super thankful for my boyfriend, who
Mm.
was like supporting me with everything when I was like getting scared or something like that, or I thought that I'm doing something like beyond the law or something. Like, I was doing some stuff. I was afraid, but like they were with me, they were happy with me, they understood me when I saw some hate comments, or I saw some
Mm.
getting like, because like recently I started like being more professional on my Facebook, because like on Facebook I have a lot of my business partners from here, and I posted the photo of me wearing suit and like wearing tie, like looking good and everything from photo shoot, like business photo shoot and everything. I
Mm.
think you saw the photos. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think so too.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I faced like a lot of hate comments, like what you are doing, like
Yeah.
who are you, like what? Wait, what are you acting? Are you pretending someone who you
Mm.
are not? And I'm like, listen, like I know you don't know me right now, because like I'm not sharing a lot about my company and everything to most of the people,
Mm.
but who are here, because like when I'm talking to my business partners, it's a totally different like
Yeah.
situation. But like when I was working with a lot of people, and I was talking to my friends who are just like finishing college, and I'm like growing my business and everything,
Mm.
and I'm getting a lot of clients. Um, they were like, "What are you doing? Like, why you are wearing stuff like that?"
Mm.
Or I got comment from one person. I don't want to mention this person, but like um, I got comment from this person that like, "Oh yeah, wearing stuff like that, you could be the best corporation employee, like a
Mm.
junior employee." And I'm like, listen, like I am aiming to be a corporation and create a corporation, not to work in corporation.
Mm.
Okay, we are
Yeah.
different. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I was facing a lot of mental breakdowns, mental
Mm.
breaks. Like I'm right now. I'm still facing some stuff. Like the world is changing.
Yeah.
There was a COVID. There were like some
Mm.
problems with money, and like I'm still like facing a lot of obstacles, problems, and issues, and like, but like I'm going through this, like because there's one very important thing. I love doing this shit.
Yeah.
because like it is making me happy, and I know what's my goals. What are my goals in general? This is making me so happy, and it's making me so happy when I'm helping my clients and
Hmm.
they are like, happy with the final results, and I'm happy that I can hire friends or people who I've known, that I can hire them and I can give them money. I can give them like opportunity
Hmm.
to like live by themselves or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm hiring like a lot of people, right? Like I'm hiring
Yeah.
8 people.
Wow.
So so like I'm so happy with that, but like I know the obstacles, but I'm facing them all the time, and I
Hmm.
know that I have people who are supporting me and everything. So yeah, that's how I feel about them. I know that they will let go soon,
Hmm.
and they are not like long term obstacles. If there
Yeah.
are some term of obstacles, I'm facing them of course in the long term, but like most of them are just like for a month or two or a month, and
Hmm.
after all it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. I love that. And I personally relate to that a lot, to a lot of things that you said. But the very first thing I want to say is this podcast episode is becoming a Paulina appreciation podcast episode. And I love it. Like, you
Yeah.
need to share this with her. And, you need to be like, hey, this is for you. But
This
um,
is
yeah,
Yeah, like the Paulina, like because the Paulina is a very big part of my life and of my company. Like
yeah,
really, trust me, I will do everything in my power and in my life and everything to never lose her. And if
oh,
someone will get her, like if someone ever hire her or someone will like have her,
yeah.
I will be so jealous. Like really, I will be so jealous because person like that you really really want to
Yeah.
have in your company and work with you.
Yeah, yeah, that is beautiful. I'm definitely excited that you're so grateful for your employees. And coming to that, like, you said that as a creative, you don't necessarily have it in you to share that power, to give that
Yeah.
power away to someone. And I understand that so well because for this podcast, it's just like a reality. The thing is, recording the podcast is one thing, editing it is a completely whole another
Exactly.
journey. And sometimes it gets very annoying, to be honest. You guys, whoever's listening this, it does get very annoying because a lot of times you have to listen to the same part again and again to edit it properly and things like that. And I could hire someone, but then there, that small doubt kind of creeps in, as in, I don't know if they'll be able to do it right, or I don't know if they'll be able to,
Exactly.
yeah, like,
Exactly.
will they be able to see where I'm going with this and stuff like that. So thoughts like that creep in. So my question to you next is this, Ovi. So a few things that I picked up from the obstacles that you shared was, the very first thing, that you often have to hear no in the beginning of your journey. I mean, throughout your journey, sometimes at the later aspect of your journey, you're the one saying no to clients as well. At points of time, like, when the vision doesn't align. So my question to you is this: how did you deal with the rejections in the very beginning?
How I dealt with that?
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, it was a really great depression
Yeah.
and great anxiety. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, for real. I was at the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my
Mm.
god. Like I put everything on one card. Like I was this
Yeah.
person who I was putting everything on one card. I was like, I'm gonna get this client, I'm gonna earn a lot of money. And then they
Mm.
were saying no.
Yeah.
Or for example, because I didn't have like enough experience, or my company was too small, or the budget was too big, or something like that.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was crazy, and I was like, my
Yeah.
heart, and there were a lot of situations that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so that means I am worthless. I don't
Yeah.
have a worth. In their opinion, like I shouldn't be working. I shouldn't be existing. And I was overthinking a lot of stuff. I was like, oh my god, like what's going on? What am I
Yeah.
doing? What am I doing with my life? I should be working in some
Mm.
big enterprise or big firm and be like
Yeah.
normal employee and
Yeah.
everything. And I was like, no, like stop.
Yeah.
And it's always after every rejection. I was like, okay, this is a messed up week for me. It's
Hmm.
going to be a messed up week for me. It's going to be crazy, and I don't know how I will handle this like next time. And there was a week or 2 weeks I was like, thinking, overthinking about everything. But after I was still going with that, right? I
Yeah.
heard this rejection more and more and more and more and more and more, right? Right now, like everyone will like, get used to something. Like we are people, we will get used to everything.
Yeah.
We will really get used to everything because like we are people, and even if you're in the most messed up situation in your life, you will get used to that after some time, right?
Yeah.
So to rejection, you will get used to too.
Yeah.
And right now, when some clients tells me, "Oh, this is too expensive,"
Hmm.
or "Oh my God, this person did this for this amount," or "I'm not gonna work with you," or "This person was working with some big
Hmm.
Fortune 100 or Fortune 10 companies, and you are not, or you
Yeah.
did not," and when I hear stuff like that, or when I hear rejection from like conversations with clients, I'm always right now. I'm like, what an idiot!
Hmm.
Like this,
Yeah.
they lost me. They
Hmm.
lost me. They lost my amazing employees. They lost everyone who is working on every project with me.
Hmm.
They lost. That this is their loss. This is not my loss. To be honest, like
Yeah.
I'm cool with this. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna have clients. That's okay. But this is their loss. They are losing amazing people who are
Hmm.
working with me. They are losing like really good vibes and good process and good everything.
Yeah.
Because when I'm working with clients, we have this value that like we want to create the environment with our clients to make them feel comfortable, and
Hmm.
they are losing that because
Yeah.
they are not working with us, and they will never experience that because if they come back to us, I will be like, okay, bye bye.
Yeah. My next question to you would be this. You also said that hiring was something that was difficult for you. How did you become okay with it? Like what changed that made you want to be like, okay, you know what? I need help, or I need to have a team that can help me in a situation like this.
Okay, so first of all, I was always working with Paulina, so like I always was like, okay, I have to be with some people who are better than me. Second of all, as I said before, I have two entrepreneurs in my house. My parents are entrepreneurs. My
Yeah.
my dad is. My mom is right now the entrepreneur. So I had like a lot of conversations with them. Like, listen, like I want to do this, but I will have to learn this. I will have to like spend a lot of time, blah blah blah. But like I love making, I love creating, but like I love creating businesses too.
Mm.
Like I love everything. So I was like, okay, I want to create 3D. I have no idea anymore because like I had some like basics in 3D and everything, but
Yeah.
I wasn't. I have never been so good in 3D.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's hire some people. I've learned that, oh, my friend's friend who I met on some party who got drunk with me, he is creating like 3D animation. No 3D animation, 3D like objects and everything. He's
Yeah.
3D modeler. So let's use it. And I've learned that my friend from school, who has been working with me for a long time too. How the same as Mateusz and Magda, they have been working for me for a long time. And I was like, okay, let's guys. There is three of us, and there was one more person, but we were not talking
Mhm.
about him. uh, but yeah, I was like, okay, like let's set up the team. Let's create something good. You have a better experience. I will tell you and show you how to create something. I have a big experience in advertisement and everything. So let's do this. Like I will show you how to do this in 3D. But like you know the software, right?
Mm.
So yeah, that's how I was like, okay, I understood the fact that I don't know everything, right? I
Mm.
don't know
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Uh, and I have to like get used to that. Like I can learn everything. Like I can learn some software. I can learn some things, but like I have this mindset that like I understand this right now, and let's do something good together. Like without my help, they will not do some stuff, right?
Mm.
But
Yeah.
like I know that like I had, because like not anymore. I have this power to just like empower my people and tell them what to do exactly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how it was, and I realized that, like, I don't know, after like a lot of fights with myself inside me, and conversations with myself, and conversations with my friends and everything, that, like, let's do something nicer, something what is like good in the future and everything.
Mm.
I'm talking about the future right now, because like I like thinking about vision for next few
Mm.
years,
Yeah.
decades, and like that. So yeah, I've realized that really quickly.
Yeah, that is a really good awareness to have. That I love the line, like, you don't know everything, you can easily learn it. It's not about that, but like, you don't know everything. And this brings me kind of to the next question, like, as this is a spiritual podcast, I want to know, what are some spiritual or self-care routines you have to kind of balance your work life, not only as a
Okay.
creative but also as a non-creative, outside of the creative journey kind of a person. So yeah,
Oh, okay, the spiritual. Okay. So I'm
any
going to like
spiritual or
subscribe.
self-care, it could be anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. So I when I heard this question first time today, for like we met and everything, I was like, should I say it or should I not say it? But like I will tell you everything,
Hmm.
because I trust you and then I know that, like,
Yeah.
you're gonna understand everything. So I've been raised in a super Catholic country.
Hmm.
Like everyone here, or maybe not anymore, but like,
Yeah.
like I've been raised as a Catholic, and I had like a really Catholic family and everything, and I grew up like going to church and everything. Not anymore, but like, I believe in this type of God, right? Uh, like the Catholic God, but like I'm super respectful to everyone. I love everyone, and I like people like from like every other beliefs. Like if you believe in something that empowers you and doesn't hurt other people, why shouldn't you believe in that, right?
Hmm.
Um, so I was like, I have been always praying, mm, every night. Did you see that? Like I sent you the snap, like a video that like I was in Indian restaurant.
Oh, yeah, 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 I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was eating the curry chicken.
Oh,
So,
I hope that
and
was
this was
good.
really good.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this was my first time eating Indian cuisine. So,
Really?
okay,
Oh gosh, yeah, you need
really, like
you
for
need to
reals, for
genuinely
reals.
come here, and you'll have
I
some
really want
amazing.
to. I really want to come to India. It's
Yeah,
going to be hard to like convince my boyfriend to come to India, but I really want to
you
go to India.
should. It's a beautiful country.
I know, I heard. Okay, so let me come back to the topic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been praying. Like I'm always before I go to sleep, I always pray for everything and stuff like that, as you should
Mm,
as a Catholic person. But like
mm,
I always have my own things. Like I know that there is someone or something out there. So I believe in this stuff. But I'm not too crazy about it. It's like I know, like, some Catholics are like really, there are a lot of bad people and who believe in God and stuff like that. So I
mm.
was like, okay, I will believe in the same part, but like I'm gonna like pray
Yeah,
in my own, and I will
yeah.
be thinking and praying by myself and everything.
Mm,
So yeah, that's one thing spiritual that I'm doing, and I'm trying to do this every night. Recently I am so tired that I'm not going to sleep. Like,
mm.
just to like explain you what do I mean by not going to sleep. I'm like falling asleep. Like,
Yeah,
when you lie down on bed just to like plug your phone, and I'm just
yeah,
like passing out.
yeah,
But I just wanted to plug my phone,
yeah,
which is like the cable is next to my bed.
yeah,
So yeah, the one thing that I'm doing is like praying before going to sleep.
yeah.
Like now, and the second thing is that like I'm meditating.
Mm.
Trying to meditate, trying to clear my mind and everything. I'm doing this like
I'm
by
sorry, that's the
walking.
dogs,
Like
but yeah.
I'm meditating like when I'm walking, or I'm just sitting down for 15 minutes playing some meditation music and like listening to that and like focusing on nothing,
Mm.
just to clear my mind. And those are only two things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince myself to come back to like jogging and running, but
Yeah.
like I don't have time and energy. And I think that after this podcast, I'm gonna do this first time since forever. And I really started doing this because I'm noticing like how much energy I have recently, and I really have to like rise my amount of energy. And I know
Yeah.
that the workout and running is a really good idea for that, because like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not sleeping for 2 days because I'm
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Totally. You know what? The minute you start, let me know. I'll hold you accountable to walking and jogging, because then I need someone to hold me accountable. I always start and then I end up stopping for some reason or the other. So
Talk to Archive. Why you didn't convince Archive for that?
yeah, I mean, he does it all day long, and I'm just like, for those of you who don't know, Arka is my brother, and he does it all day long, and I'm just like, dude, are you serious? Like he walks and works, and I'm just like, I could never. I could never. Like, I am the kind of person who can walk and talk, but never sit down. Like, like never walk and work. I'm always sitting in one spot on my bed. That's where I work. Like, this setup is also very specific for this podcast, because most of the time I'm sitting on the bed with like pillow base, or this wooden table that
Yeah.
used to belong to my dad. So I sit on that, use that, and I'm working like that throughout the day. So much so that the bed has like a me-shaped hole in it, or that's what my mom likes to call it.
Oh
Like,
my God.
yeah, like stop sitting. And I'm trying to walk around, but it's just like not possible. But like I'm trying. I mean, if it's not possible, that's when you have to try a lot, because health is also important. But yeah, anyways, getting off topic.
Yeah.
um, my next question to you is this. Now, what is one of your soul's conquest, and what is shaping up to be your current soul's conquest? I ask this because the name of the podcast is the soul's conquest, and yeah, I would love to know what was one of the side quests that you were on in your life that helped you in the bigger journey called life, and what is something that you know what is a side quest that you are on right now?
Can you rephrase the question to me?
So I want to know, what is one of your side quests? Like, the soul's conquest, how I like to visualize the soul's conquest is it's like this pathway that we are on. Like, when you're playing a video game, you have the main quest to go from here to there, to rescue someone from here to there. But there are a lot of side quests that you go on to grab weaponaries, grab things, learn something about the villain that you're going to fight, and stuff like that. So the soul's conquest is ever changing, that you go in a lot of different places to get a lot of different things to reach the place that you want to reach in your life, the final destination, let's call it that. So what was one of such conquests from your past that that you had to go on to get something, and what is shaping up to be your current soul's conquest?
Okay, like the side thing that like I like happened in my life, and like I started doing, and to just like to be there where I am right now.
Mm.
So you know, you are when you are not from English speaking country, right? Like it is really hard sometimes to just like learn language and
Mm.
learn English and learn other things and stuff like that. And it was really hard for me because like I grew up in like surrounded by bullies and everything, and
Mm.
people who are like, oh, you don't speak very good English, how
Mm.
can you, how
Yeah.
is that impossible?
Yeah.
And I was always like super insecure about it. So I started like learning a lot of English. I started like
Yeah.
my stuff which I know already. I've learned everything in English. Like I didn't have resources in my language and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
this was like a side quest, right? This
Yeah.
was like to learn this, to just grow and to just be able
Mm.
to like I was like always like, I love America, I love United States, I want to come, I want to be there, I want to live there, I
Yeah.
want to like study there. I was to be honest, like I got to college in States, but my parents didn't have money back then to just like to just finance it for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like my main thing that happened in my life, that like I've learned language, I've learned stuff that I do right now, right? On, like
Yeah.
on the side. besides school and beside the main thing that was happening in my life. But like this was my like a side quest, right? Like learning English and learning the skill and everything. That was like a main side quest back then. So yeah, that was like a main side quest. I hope that like you
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
answer to your
Yeah,
question.
it was an answer to my question, but I want to know what is
Oh,
something that's happening right now,
right
something
now.
that you're working on right now that you're super excited to, like grow in your career, that will help you grow in your career and in your personal life.
Uh, this is like growing my career and my personal life at the same time because I am moving to my boyfriend. I'm going to live with my boyfriend in California, and I'm going to States for 6 months right now because like with my visa,
Yeah,
I can spend 6 months in States. So this is like a very like side quest in my life
yeah,
because like because of that, I can be with my partner and like enjoy our life together and everything. And also, I can do business
yeah,
and I can go for business meetings and everything. I can meet my business, finally, I can meet my business partners in real
yeah.
life and everything. So this is like a side thing, beside my like focusing on my goals for to my uh, in my job and stuff like that. So this is like a my side thing. Recently, I am super like busy with everything, and you know that because like we've been postponing this podcast for a while,
Yeah.
right? Um, I I don't have much time for like side thing anymore.
Mm.
For now, at least for
Yeah.
now, until like I know that like it's going to be like bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that like for sure I'm going to be doing something because like I cannot sit down in one place for longer than like few days because like I like I like meeting new people. I like
Yeah.
meeting new ideas in life. I like
Yeah.
maybe I will find some new hobby that I will be super
Yeah.
interested. I don't
Yeah.
know. Right now I'm super busy with everything, with like my personal life and my job and everything. Mostly my job because my job is taking like 95% of my day. Um,
Yeah.
and my day sometimes is 28 hours or 36.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have anything on the side,
Mm.
but I think like maybe in 2 years
Mm.
or 3 years, I'm going to be working on something. I'm going to be like enjoying more different stuff than what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, well, that's the meaning of life, like I don't think anyone can win at life by doing the same thing that they've been doing for so long. Like change is
yeah,
important because you need to break out of that mold of comfort and the place that you're comfortable in. Like me, for example, for me, my comfort is my bed, but I know that sometimes I have to get up, I have to move around, I have to do things like this. And yeah, like you have to keep changing because then it just becomes very stale, and I don't know how long
mhm.
you can enjoy life like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why I'm moving to different continent just to
Yeah.
like just to face my comfort zone and like
Hmm.
break my comfort zone and
Yeah.
everything. So that's how it is.
That's really wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. My next question to you is this: what is the one thing that has happened in your life recently that has created a lot of impact for you?
Oh, let me think. I know. Okay. Recently, uh, for me personally, or like in my business.
You can go both. You can go either. It's completely up to you.
Okay. So I joined this like business business network. Whoa. So I joined this business networking group. Uh, like there are hundreds of people, hundreds of businesses and everything. And I've noticed that like because of that, I'm meeting a lot of
Yeah.
like business people, people who think alike, people who think like me,
Mm.
and I'm meeting like a lot of like really great people who I could be like friends with, and
Yeah.
people who could be my business partners and everything.
Yeah.
And I noticed that this really changed my life a lot recently because
Mm.
like we started like hanging out. Like imagine like I have to have 160 meetings
Mm.
in person with a lot of people. So like really, I love this. Like I met them. I noticed that that this business networking group like has changed me a lot and changed
Mm.
my mindset and everything. And I noticed that there are more people like me who are
Mm.
even like twice or three times older than I am,
Yeah.
who are just like super cool. They are super awesome. They are like, thinking that they are thinking like me.
Yeah.
And when I was meeting my friends, when like I had some friends and or people who I called colleagues and stuff like that, or classmates or everything like that, I I didn't find people like me who had the same entrepreneurial like mindset,
Mm.
especially in my area,
Yeah.
because I met a lot of people online, but
Yeah.
I didn't meet a lot of people like in person. So
Yeah.
that's so cool, and I'm so glad that I met them and everything.
Yeah. You know what you said genuinely explains the reason behind this season and the second season, which is conversation with, mostly because of the fact that a lot of people don't realize that there are so many people going through the same thing that you are. It's just that you haven't opened up to that kind of audience yet, but there are so many people who are going through what you're going through and going through the same obstacles, like you said, facing rejections is something that wrecked you when you were in the
Everyone
very beginning.
does.
Yeah, and everyone does. But for someone who's just starting out with no connection, with no network idea or something like that, they'd just be like, oh my
Mhm.
god, I'm getting rejected, it means something's
Exactly.
wrong with me. And but rejection for people who have been in the entrepreneurial journey for quite a while, it's common for them. It's known that, hey,
Yeah.
there are going to be people who are going to reject us, and there are going to be people who we reject, and that's a normal part of growing your business. But for someone who's
Mhm.
just starting out, it would just be like, what's wrong with me? You
Exactly.
get into the
Exactly.
zone. Yeah. So genuinely letting you guys know who is listening in right now, you're not alone. I'm pretty sure there's at least one person in the entire world who's going through the same thing that you are, not at the same intensity, but they will be able to relate to you at some level. And that is more than enough to
Exactly.
know that you're not the only crazy entrepreneur who's going through all the struggles and difficulties. Because you see some success stories that's like instantly overnight they gain that success, and you're like, I'm going to be that. But then there are going to be times when it just doesn't happen as quickly as you'd like to, and that's normal too, that's okay too. You've got this covered. Just wanted to
Yeah.
give a shout out to all you amazing entrepreneurs, creatives, and coaches listening in right now, that you're not alone. We are here for you. A lot of people have faced the things that you face. um
Yeah.
my next question and my very last question to you is this, Ovi: what is the one last thing that you would like to leave our listeners slash watchers with? Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how old are you. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what you are doing. If
Hmm.
you are providing enough value and if you are having like this normal mindset of entrepreneurship, or if you develop this mindset of being entrepreneur and especially a creative entrepreneur, if you have this like energy and power and you know that this is your goal and everything, and you know that like you can sacrifice a lot because of that, like your friends, or I don't know, some like people connections and stuff like that, or like sacrifice some money and everything, go for it, because after all it will pay off for you. And people who are with you like throughout this like journey and everything, you will appreciate them even more, and
Hmm.
they will appreciate you even more. And if you appreciate people and they appreciate you, and like they are like really true to you and you are true to them, you will after all like succeed and everything is going to be fine. I'm not going to say that I succeed, because I have my own like perspective on success and everything, because I have my own goals and everything. People here and everywhere will say, "Oh my God, you are so young, and you succeed you succeed a lot, and like you got a lot of success in your life and stuff like that." And I'm like, "No, I did not. I
Hmm.
did not even reach like I don't know, like 2% of my goals or anything
Yeah.
like that, or I maybe didn't like reach any of my goals. I
Yeah.
don't know." But I don't know. I have them written down somewhere. But like if you like set up like goals which are even like too much and you think that they are too crazy, but after all you're gonna set them up and you're gonna like go through them and you're gonna like work with them. You're gonna meet more people. You're gonna meet more clients and everything. You finally will start noticing the growth of your personal life. You're gonna notice the growth on in your business and your personal life and everywhere. So I just I want you to remember, don't think about your age, don't think about your I don't know, wherever you live, like whatever continent you live, whatever place you are, because we are in a big one big country called Earth, and the globalization is like normal right now, and it is getting normal, and it doesn't matter where you are. We have internet, we can do everything. So that's what I just wanted to tell you. And yeah.
That was really beautiful. And yeah, I just wanted to add on to that, I just want to leave you guys with one thing. And just to add on to what Ovi said is this: have a big goal, have like this final destination in your mind that this is where you want to reach, but make mini goals that will enable you to reach there. And this is why I say this. For example, my final destination, the career wise, is this: that I want to enable a lot of creatives, coaches and solopreneurs to do the thing that they love to do the most, whether it is via coaching, mentorship, mindset training, a lot of crazy things. I want to enable people to reach their goal, but that is the final destination. What I can do is take tiny steps and be appreciative of these steps, because they bring me one step closer. The final destination goal is very abstract, very kind of open, in terms of like, it's not very vague, very, what do you say, focused as to I want to help 10 people reach their goals and conquer their journeys. That is not my final destination, but that could be one of my mini steps that allows me to reach there. And just be appreciative of your journey. Like, Ovi, even you, man, like, you have done so many things to reach where you are. I have done so many things to reach where I am. And all of us are appreciative of it in our own spaces and in our own places. So, yeah, just appreciate your journey. Maybe look back a couple of times and see how far you've come. I was an introvert and I couldn't speak in front of a camera. I would be so tensed up. I would do one meeting a day at one point of time. But here I am, like, you grow, you evolve. As and when time goes on, you evolve, your goals evolve. But have that final destination in mind, that that's where I want to reach. Your mini goals will evolve and it will help you reach there. My mini goal could be, my final goal could be, I just want to help people. And that's the final goal.
Exactly.
Yeah, how you reach there doesn't matter. Be a bit flexible around it, and yeah, do your thing, man. Like, seriously, Toby, thank you so much. This was such a wonderful conversation. I genuinely enjoyed it so
You're
much.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was genuinely beautiful.
It was really nice talking to you too.
Thank you.